Hello everyone, welcome back to Glitz and Glitter. So today I have a brand new mold. I think a lot of you might like this one. This is a pet memorial mold and it's got words on it and a couple of paw prints. It's a big sucker. So yeah, and it's gonna hold about 14 ounces, 15 ounces of resin. So, but before that, I got some happy mail in last night, and I want to say thank you to Sue in Texas. She made me one of these before, which I have right here that I keep my UV resin in upside down all the time. Well, she sent one for Dawn. Wasn't that sweet? She said she thinks he had enough candy, so she wanted to send him one of these. So Sue, thank you so much for thinking of him. Everybody's thinking of him. I also got a package from Shannon. Now, I did a video for Shannon a little while ago, and the video number's on the screen if you want to go check it out. Shannon sent me a gift and a letter via email, and she made her I know she was emailing me for some like instruction on making molds, so I did the best I can answer the questions. So she sent me the make from her this is the first pour in her first mold that she ever made, and it came out absolutely perfect. There was like, I'm looking at it and I'm like, there's not even one bubble in here. So she says in her note, I wasn't allowed to read this part of the email until the package arrived. I'm so happy that I found your channel on YouTube. I wait for your videos every day to watch them. I feel pretty lucky that I found an awesome Christian person that is willing to listen and be there for me. Thanks to you and your followers, this is the first casting of the first mold I ever made. So thank you, and thank you to all that helped me on your page. Thank you so much to everyone that commented kind words on the episode Miss Michelle made something for me. I included some pocket hugs I made. Keep it in your pocket to remind you someone loves you and feel their arms around you. Shannon, you are so sweet to send me your very first cast from your very first mold, and it is going with the rest of my little characters by my desk. So it is beautiful. I love the sparkle on the turtle shell. It is perfect. It's absolutely perfect. And here's the pocket hugs. And I recognize some of these glitters. I'm thinking I recognize a couple of these from my eBay store. Am I right? This looks like heaven. This looks like unicorn. This looks like ballroom dance to me. And here's a black one. And then she put hug on the back. Shannon, thank you so much. I'm going to put that right there for today because I am not going to crowd my board with all kinds of molds today. This might even be a quick, simple one, but I just wanted to focus on this one. A lot of you are looking for like pet memorials. In fact, I have somebody wanting to order something. She doesn't even know I have this one yet. So this is going to look like a rock. It is not a shiny mold. It's a matte mold because it's a rock that you would put in your garden or wherever you want to put it. But it's large. It's pretty big. So I think I'm going to pour it like a rock, but I'm going to try to marble it a different way. Not the same way I've been doing it. I want to try something else. I saw a couple reels. I don't know the artist. I wish I looked. I didn't. It was just going through, and I think somebody even emailed it to me or text messaged it to me to check it out. So we're going to try a different way of marbling. So I'm going to do the rock probably in like gray and white. And then we'll do the wording after the fact. The wording is facing up, so there's going to be an indentation in the rock once we pull it out. It says, "You left your paw prints on our hearts." That's what it says, and then there's two little paw prints. So I'm excited to do this one. It's been a long time coming. I finally got the mold housing. I've had this forever to cast. Finally got the mold housing from a new 3D printer guy. Thank God he reached out to me from an ad I put out. So my 3D printer guy just left town, packed up all his stuff, and isn't doing it anymore. So I found another local guy, printed me all kinds of mold housings for me. So I have a lot of new stuff coming out now that I can cast them. Let me grab some resin and some coloring, and we're gonna get started.
Brushes in hand and the world is my stage.
I mixed up 16 just because it was easier to measure than the 15. Now I'm just going to scrape the sides and the bottom. I'm going to set aside an ounce for white, I think. That should be enough. I hope it's enough. I better put it in a different cup. That's a little high to be mixing some white pigment in. So I decided not to go for gray. I'm going to go for like a lighter brown. So I pulled out two pigment paste. Actually, I'm using all pigment paste today, no mica powder. Let me just get this in here. And I should probably use a little bit more just to make sure I don't run out, because it is 14 to 15 ounces of resin. And I'll show you how I'm going to try it today. So let's just I'm going to use Ocean White. I ripped my glove already. Come on, get down there. Just a little bit, not too much. And then I'm going to mix together my brown Saya pigment paste along with another one that I got in Happy Mail. They both actually came from Happy Mail. And I think the one will lighten up the other one pretty good. We'll find out. If not, I always can use white. I'm excited to see what it looks like. I don't know. I haven't made it yet. You're the first time I'm making it. I've been waiting for a long time to cast this one. So I'm so excited I could start making a few things I've been waiting for. All right. This is the dark brown. Chocolate brown, I think it's called. Actually, this would have been a good chocolate cover for that ice cream cone I was looking for. Chocolate. Oh well. I don't think we need too much. Get this off the stick. And then we're going to run it through the vacuum chamber to release all those bubbles. I don't know if it's opaque or not with this stick. Let me check it with this one. It should be. Yeah. Wow, that didn't take much at all. I'm just going to wipe it off, and we're going to use it for the cream color. I didn't really want such a dark brown rock. So this is cream yellow. Look at that. Resin pigment paste. There's no brand name. I think it came from Temu. I'm not quite sure. I didn't purchase this one. But we're going to try it. Well, let's just use the stick again and see if that lightens it for me. No, not too much. Gonna need a little. It did lighten it, but not as much as I was looking for. So we'll just keep adding and adding. Make your own colors, guys. You don't have to be restricted to what they give you in a bottle. So I hope you guys try to experiment with your colors. Whether it be micas, it doesn't matter. Pigment paste, alcohol inks. That's good. Maybe a little more. Man, that would have been a good chocolate color for chocolate ice cream. I can't believe I didn't think of that. Okay, I think that would be good. Whatever it is, it is. Now it looks like chocolate milk. I must be hungry. I remember having chocolate milk when I was a kid. I didn't get it very often, but I sure did love it when I did get it. All right, I'm just gonna mix that up. Man, that looks just like chocolate, milk chocolate. Oh, hopefully it looks like a rock. I'm not going for chocolate here. All right, I'm just gonna mix this really, really well, and then we will vacuum chamber it.
Glitz and glitter, lighting up the night. Painting dreams with a shimmer so bright. Rhinestones dancing, catching every eye. This is my moment, gonna touch the sky. Dipped in gold with a stroke of flare. Diamonds shine in the midnight air. Glue and gems, they're my magic spell.
While it was in the vacuum chamber, I remembered, because it was not stop bubbling and going over, this cream paste, the last time I used it, did the same. That's got to be that paste. So I took it out, split it into 3 cups, put it through the vacuum chamber another 5 minutes, and it took like the full, like I've never had to use the vacuum chamber that long to get the bubbles out. So hopefully they're all out, because I had to continually continually release the pressure. See how high that went? It was going to go over again, even split 3 ways. So whatever is in that pigment paste, the bubble remover does not like it. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to spritz these words in here because I'm afraid bubbles might get like stuck next to them. So I'm going to take this, actually I'll use these first so I can measure what's left. And I'm going to start pouring. I'm going to pour this one into this one like this. Or you could drop alcohol drips if you prefer. But like I said, this is the first time I'm doing it this way, and I'm gonna use, I should have made more white, but I guess it doesn't really matter because you're only gonna see the front really. So let me get all this out of this cup. I only got a little bit of white left. I should have saved more, I wasn't sure. So I saw when I watched somebody doing it, I watched them drip alcohol ink as the white or whatever color they were doing. I don't even remember what they were making. It was a while ago. But they were dripping the ink into the resin as it was being poured. Kind of like what I did. And in fact, I might get my white alcohol ink because I'm probably going to run out. Which I'm going to run out right now. So I'm going to just scrape the rest of this into my cup. Grab some white alcohol ink. Actually, all I have is Sinker. I really don't want to use Sinker white. What is this? Well, I have this. Oh. Sorry, I should have been more prepared. Okay, this is by Bria Reese. I'm going to drip this into it now. Let's pop some of those bubbles while we can. So what they did, basically what I'm doing, dripping their ink into the cup, and this is like high potency. I probably should have done that on the bottom, but I've never done it before, so I'm learning with you. I don't have a clue what my front looks like at this point. I'm just gonna get all that. Let's it's a high potency alcohol ink, that Bria Reese one. Wow. And let's pour some of this. Hopefully it doesn't sink to the bottom, all that white. Let's do this again. Till we get it filled up. And I don't want it completely full because it's a hand cut mold. So let me see what we got left, and I will tell you how much this holds. We have 4 ounces left. I made up 12 ounces. So it held, actually I domed it when I measured it with water. So you really don't want to dome this mold. So it holds 12. Oh goodness. Now I need to come up with a plan for the extra. Let's see. I've got brown. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna do that little mold somebody gave me, and everybody's like, it's the poop emoji, it's the poop emoji. So let's pour this one and see if it really is. It looks like it could be. Little swirly swirl. Let's see what it is. And maybe I'll have enough to do that llama that I love. So alpaca, sorry guys. I think it's an alpaca. I don't know how much this one holds though. I might have just used too much for the alpaca. See, this is why I didn't want to like fill my plate with a bunch of molds to do, because I know I'm going to end up with the extras. Well, that was the perfect color to have for that poop emoji, if that's what it is. What do I got left? 2 ounces, that's enough for that alpaca. So maybe we'll try to marble that one too, even though you won't see it really well. I do have it out over here. I got this cool new little flame from Amazon. And it's not like as high potent as a torch would be, but it's a little more potent than this little one that I got from Walmart. All right, let me move a few things. Let's try this in the alpaca and see if it works. I was looking at these hearts that Shannon made me. I think this is the heart mold that I sell, to be honest with y'all. Pretty sure that's it. I'm like, man, those hearts look familiar. Probably because I make that mold too. So thank you, Shannon. You use my mold and my glitters for that. Can I move this out of the way? I forgot to put a paper towel under it. There we go. We're gonna spritz it with alcohol for all of his fur. Let's get my white out. And let's try this again in a smaller. I'm just kind of dripping it one drop at a time as it's flowing. So there's going to be a lot of white in this one, I think. Maybe that's what I should have done instead of the pigment paste in the other one. I still have some left. What can I make with brown? I don't make brown that often. I don't really want brown flowers or like, I don't know. Let me find something. Let's do the same thing to this little picture frame mold. See what it looks like. I don't know. This takes about 1 ounce, and that's about, I can't really tell in this huge cup if that's accurate. Come on, drip, drip, drip. Come on. Drip. I do need to stop and then get the bubbles out of those little portions. These little filigrees. There's a lot around the whole thing. I don't know, maybe this will be a cool way to marble from now on. I've never tried this before. Get you in there. These sides, top. Let's try it again. I need my little scraper here. Get you down to the bottom. Hopefully I have enough to finish this. I'm not going to put any more white in there. I think there's enough. I'm going to have to scrape it out in here. Whoops. I haven't done a brown picture frame before. Maybe it'll look like wood. That would be cool if I accidentally did a wood picture frame. I just want to get in these corners. Yeah, I don't think it was in that corner. I could see clear, clean silicone. And let's get some up in here. And then I'll finish scraping it out and cleaning it up. So I am so glad I didn't do more than one project today, because I ended up with 4. That's what happens when I don't know how many ounces go in something. I always overpour on purpose, but I thought I was only overpouring by 1 ounce. So what did I say? 12 ounces for that. I'm gonna write that. Somebody, where did I see it? I don't remember. Maybe my Facebook group said they found a marker that actually sticks to silicone. I did order it. I haven't gotten it yet. So we will let you know when I get it if it's gonna work. And then as soon as I say it works, y'all are gonna like clean them out and they're gonna be sold out in no time. That's usually what happens when I stick something in Amazon in my links, you guys always clean them out and then we can't get it. That's funny. They're probably like, what in the heck happened? They don't know about me or you guys. So hopefully we did find a pen. It's a marker of some sort. I can't remember the name of it offhand, but let me get it in. Let me see what it does before I go linking it, because I don't want you all buying it if it doesn't really work. Okay, that's it. I'm just gonna use my cool new little torch, not on that. Get that out, get that out. We'll spritz this one. And I'm gonna clean up and see on demold. Before we unmold, I got some mail from Barbara today. She had a few molds sent to me. Look at these tiny little things. 2 of these. Can you tell what they are? You guys, these are the smallest things, and I don't even know how I'm gonna get resin in that little hole. These are umbrellas. It's a little teeny tiny umbrella for the miniatures. So you put them together like that so they don't leak. You fill it from here. Here's the bottom handle, which is so small. And I was looking at it like, what are you supposed to pour 2 sides, glue them together? But then I'm like, why is this a weird shape? Well, I think they go like this, and they expect you to pour resin in this super tiny hole that's already blocked with silicone that I will have to trim. I don't even know how, other than like a needle thing, to get resin up in there. I don't know. But she sent me 2 of them. She thought they would be, she doesn't do resin. So wait until she does do resin to see how hard this one might be. It also came with this little gem mold, really small little gems. And then right before I came on, the doorbell rang and there was another package from her. She sent these molds. They're your receptacle and switch plate molds. I used to have these and I don't have them anymore. And you know what? I never did them before I ended up getting rid of them. Because in my head, I was like, oh my gosh, I have hundreds of them in my house. There's no way I can do them all. Oh, here's the toggle switch one. And then you have both kinds. I have these kind, not those kind. So, Barbara, thank you for always thinking of me, first of all. But you always like to challenge me, and this is a challenge. I'm gonna have to figure that one out. Are you ready to unmold these? They're still a little warm. I thought they'd be ready by now. Let's do this one. It's easiest to come out. Ooh. Well, not sure I like it on a matte mold, but it kind of marbled. It might be better after I bling it up. We will see. There's a lot of white in there. Thank God that wasn't in order. Let's do this one. This one is a super soft mold. And y'all were right. It's a little poop emoji. With a face on it. That's so funny. We're gonna have to bling the poop up. I never ever thought I would say that in a sentence in my entire life. That is so funny. Not even a bubble. Nothing. That's hilarious. You guys were right. See, that's why I listen to y'all. Your comments mean the world. Okay, let's pull this one out and see what this... Oh, look at his head. He looks like he got whitewashed. I'm not sure I like that. I should have just poured him brown. That didn't work out really well. And this was the alcohol ink one. So I'm definitely going to have to either not do anything to him. I could always paint him. I don't know. I need to think about this one. I shouldn't have done it. Now I know. Gosh, I hope this one's not ruined. Oh, it's really easy to come out too. Pops right out. Ah, the white sank. Not crazy about that either, but look at that. All the words are good. That was the alcohol ink sinking, I think, because it was a lot heavier. Here's the marbling that I did. That looks a lot better. So I'm thinking I'm going to go over that. I want to try to resurrect it and go over it with something. Let me get a plan. Let me check a couple things before I can't fix it. And let's see what I can do to this. Okay, I got a lot of challenges ahead of me today. I pulled out a couple of my acrylic paints. I started trying to do it. I'm gonna just kind of rub it all over and see. I'm gonna end up having to change the whole entire thing. So it's not gonna be that brown, which, you know what, I'm not too like upset about because I don't love the brown. So I pulled out bronze and rich espresso. This one is the bronze first. So I'm just gonna try to paint, and I'll probably have to do this to all of them. Let's try the rich espresso. Yeah, I shouldn't have put that alcohol ink in there because it was so potent. Oops, I should have put a glove on this hand. Get that off before it never comes off here. Let me just... Well, it's toning it down some. I don't know if I'm going to end up getting... I guess I could... put a lot in those spots, which isn't too bad. I like the espresso color. So we got rid of most of that white. Okay, good. So let me just go over the whole thing with this espresso. And this is metallic paint. That's why you see the shine, which is good because the mold is not shiny. But had I made it look like a rock, I don't think I would have wanted it shiny. But now that it doesn't look like a rock, I should have stuck to my original plan, which was gray with gray marbled. I wonder if I should do that. I'm going to have to let this sit and dry. Okay, thank God we don't see that. Should I do that to my frame? I don't know. Well, maybe I'll just antique it with that instead of antiquing it with a pen like I normally do. Oh, too much. Let's just antique it with this. And this will look really antique with the whitewash like that. That actually looks kind of cool. What do you think? Am I making it worse? Or am I saving this piece? I'm not always great at saving everything. I can save a lot, but get some out of there. And then maybe I will highlight a little bit of the gold. Hang on, I need a paper towel. What do I do about that little llama? Same thing. Let me see if he's got any. He doesn't have any holes or anything. All right, let me try a little bit of this bronze. I don't know. I think that looks kind of cool. It looks really aged. Pretty happy with it. I guess we'll find out and see if it gets sold on eBay. If it gets sold on eBay, then I know it was okay. If it just sits there forever, then I know it was not okay. Gonna let's do something with this little guy. Yeah, I'm not crazy about, we'll do espresso on the little llama. Which is a good idea if you want them shiny. We're gonna cover everything. Cover up all that white. So, in my opinion, I don't like that drip. Well, I don't have much experience with it. didn't work the first time. Maybe I'll try it again, but maybe not with white. I don't think white was the right choice because white is really heavy. Look at that. You can cover up the whole thing. But make sure you let it dry really, really well. You can even spray seal it with clear. Look, there's a rip in my glove. I'm just gonna cover everything on him. Every little bit of that white is gonna be gone. Even on his head. And then we will bling them out when they are all dry. I don't know if I should do that little emoji or not. He's little. He's good and brown. He's the right color, so I might just leave him the way he is. Okay. That looks good. Ta-da! No more mistakes. Gotta cover that. All right, I'm gonna leave these to dry. Oops, a little on his head. Right there. I want to touch it with my other hand. I should have put 2 gloves on. There you go. There's one fix for you. All right, let's let all this dry. I'm gonna figure out how to fill those in and be right back.
Into something to tell. Glitz and gold with a stroke of flair. Diamond shine in the midnight air. Glue and gems, they're my magic spell. Turning the ordinary into something to tell. Glitz and glitter lighting up the night. Painting dreams with a shimmer so bright. Rhinestones dancing, catching every eye. This is my
I was working on the little stuff off camera because it took me, not off camera, but in fast forward. So I painted the little face. This is like the only one without an issue today. That's hilarious, I think. But what do you think? I never thought I'd be doing one of these. That's so funny. Not one bubble in sight, the perfect color, and a happy face on it. And then, well, let's look at this. I didn't do anything since I painted it. All I did was add the little rhinestones. Whoops, I need to get that one back in its place before it dries. Right there. So I don't know, I kind of like it. It's really aged by accident, so kind of cool. For the alpaca, I didn't do a whole lot other than paint the whole body, cover it all up. I put a little bow tie, painted his little hooves, painted the face, and put a top hat, and I used one of the butterflies I poured on the top hat. So that's all I'm going to do to that one. But I brought you back for this one. So what I'm going to do, I did order the Let's Resin black UV resin. I have not gotten it in. I'm expecting it this week. I looked at every black UV resin that I have from every single brand, and they're all basically empty because that's the one I use the most. So I'm going to make my own black UV resin. I'm just going to take the clear hard type, just a little bit, squirt it in there, and I'm going to use glitter, my black diamond glitter. That's how I'm going to get my own black UV resin. Now this is going to be a little time consuming as well, because I'm going to have to drip it in each one and then cure it. I do need to go get my little lamp. I mean, you could do whatever color you want. I'm just going to go ahead and do black and make it universal since it's going to end up on eBay. So that's what I'm going to do. All I'm going to do is take a scribe. I'm going to like spot cure it, and then I will cure it under the heat, the UV lamp once it's all done. So all I'm going to do, and I'm not going to make you sit here for this whole thing. Not in this slow anyway. So I'm going to do every letter a labor of love, but that's what this is for anyway. And we're going to just fill it up, spot cure it with the light. You could do this with your acrylic paint if you want to, but because I already have acrylic paint all over it, I'm not gonna do that. Oops, I guess it works if I go this way. So that's what I'm gonna do with every single letter, the paw prints, everything. Then you can add anything you want to it. You can add hearts, bows, charms, their favorite whatever on it if you want to, depending on where you're going to have it. Let me grab another scribe real quick. I want to see if that's good. Yeah, that's good enough to keep going. So I will go ahead and put you in one more fast forward. I'm going to do this whole entire thing. But like I said, you could do any colors you want. I have all different color UV resins, but I'm going to try to keep it all pretty neutral because I'm not sure who's going to end up with this one.
Gonna touch the sky. Each beat a story, each stroke a scream, turning scraps of nothing into a dream. Life's a canvas and I'm gonna paint, making chaos shine without restraint. Glitz and glitter lighting up the night, painting dreams with a shimmer so bright. Rhinestones dancing, catching every eye. This is my moment, gonna touch the sky.
And it's done. Look, it took a little bit of time. It wasn't too bad. Just put some music on, stick your favorite book on, something in your ears, and drip one by one. Now you could put like in a needle tip bottle. Probably would have went faster, but I didn't want to get a needle tip bottle out to do that. But it's all finished. It's all cured really good. I think it's cute. What do you think? I didn't put any accessories on it. I thought about it, but I'm not sure. I mean, you could put whatever you want on there. So there is that. And then I just put the little backing of cardboard for the frame so you could stick a little photo in there, a couple magnets on the back, and that is finished as well. So that's it, guys. One project turned into 4. Anyway, I will get something out for tomorrow. It might be another new one. I'm not sure. I'm still thinking about it. So make sure you come back and check it out. I will see you then, everybody. Stick around for those photos. Have a blessed day. Bye.
Glitz and glitter paint her way. She lights up hearts come what may. With a brush of faith she starts. Jesus whispers through her art. Patience blooms in every hue. Her love for viewers shines so true. Shimmer sparkles in her eyes. A radiant soul under bright skies. Glitz and glitter, Michelle, a story. Her colors tell faith and love in every part. Jesus guides her shining heart. Ooh, 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 ooh. Canvas dreams and sparkly streams. Her laughter flows like sunlit beams. With each stroke her spirit sings, a masterpiece of golden wings. She sprinkles joy like morning dew in every shade